All right. What's going on, everybody? My name is Michael Hoff, part of the Face Off Sports Network, and this is our Week 11 edition of Kicker Streamers. Over the last 3 weeks, we've given you a kicker, at least one, that's finished inside the top 10, who was owned in less than 30% of leagues. So let's give you three more this week for Week 11. Jumping right into it, we're going to go with Mr. Brandon McManus of the Green Bay Packers going up against the Chicago Bears, rostered in only 14% of leagues. Packers are coming off of their bye week. In his 3 games as a Packers kicker so far, McManus has had 1 game with more than 10 points. Along with that, I like him in this matchup against the Bears. Over the last 3 weeks, the Bears have allowed 37 points to kickers. It's more than any other team in the league. And with that in mind, it should really come as no surprise that 3 of the Bears' last 5 games, they've been allowing 10 or more points. So 3 of the last 5 weeks, they're a lock for allowing 10 points. So I like this matchup. The Bears are also their opponents are attempting 2.7 field goals on a per game basis. That is tied for the league lead. Um, Important to note too, in case we're at the point now where we start to worry about weather, these outdoor games. And as far as I could see, the forecast does have a slight chance of rain. Doesn't look like anything major. Could be a little chilly out there. So keep an eye on the weather report. I will just say, keep in mind, Brandon McManus did play for the Broncos for 9 years, so he is used to kicking in the elements. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. Keep an eye on the weather report. But I do like Brandon McManus again, only rostered in 14% of leagues. Next up on our list, we're going to stick in the NFC North, and we're going to go with John Parker Romo. He is at the Tennessee Titans, rostered in only 3% of leagues. Listen, he filled in for Will Reichard in Week 10, and he produced. I mean, he responded by going 4 for 4. He was one of 4 kickers with at least 13 points. That was tied for the lead on the week back in Week 10. Vikings offense is putting kickers in a position to score points also. Over the last 3 weeks, the Vikings are attempting 2.7 field goals on a per-game basis. And while the Titans are in the middle of the road in points allowed to kickers, that script is kind of flipped. Over the last 3 weeks, Titans have allowed the seventh most points to the position. So, and really, you look at what this Packers offense has done this year. I mean, Will Reichert, before going out with the injury, he was one of the most rostered kickers in fantasy football. There's no reason, especially when you see he goes 4 for 4. There's no reason to not want to put any kind of trust into John Parker Romo. Vikings offense is putting kickers in position to put up fantasy points. So continue to follow that lead. It doesn't change just because the name changes. It's going to be just fine. Let's go to our last kicker on the list, and that's Mr. Daniel Carlson of the Las Vegas Raiders, also coming off a bye. He'll be at the Dolphins, and he's only rostered in 9% of leagues. You know, well, while we'll get to the Dolphins in a moment, Carlson's done pretty well. He's done pretty well. He's 16th right now among kickers, but he's scored 10 or more points in 2 out of the last 3 games. So he's come on hot as of late. I know this Raiders offense is a mess, but here's the thing. You just got to get into the red zone or near the red zone. You can get to the 40, for Christ's sakes. As long as you get there, you put Carlson in a position to put up points. Over the last 3 games, the Raiders are averaging 2.7 field goals per game. And, through week 7 through 9, Miami is allowing the second most points to kickers. So 3 of the 4 games allowing 10 or more points have come during that time. And they're also one of 9 teams to allow 20-plus points to the kicker position in a given week. Now, it should also be noted, his opponent, Jason Sanders, he is also available. He's rostered in only 36% of the league, so you might be able to get him too. I like both kickers in this matchup. I think both these kickers are inside the top 10 when it's all said and done. But Daniel Carlson specifically, I wanted to point out, as I know this offense isn't generating a ton of points, not generating a ton of buzz, but that doesn't mean that a kicker can't be successful. So again, to close it out, we're going Brandon McManus of the Green Bay Packers, John Parker Romo of the Minnesota Vikings, and Daniel Carlson of the Las Vegas Raiders. Guys, appreciate you guys watching this. Feel free to hit the like button. Feel free to subscribe. Helps us out. But yeah, and if you have any questions, fire them into the comments below. I will definitely get to them the moment I see them. Until next time, folks, stay thirsty. Be kind to one another. We'll catch you guys on the flip side. Cheers.